Hi and welcome to Positively Sparking, podcasts on internet marketing, online business, entrepreneurship and digital living. Today I'm with Joel Harrison, Superstar VA and Client Manager for Positive Sparks, and today we're going to talk about our favourite apps for June. So hi Joel, how are you?
Hi Phil, I'm good thanks, how are you?
Not bad. It's pretty nice down in Cornwall, but even nicer in France.
Oh, not today. Just heat. No sun yet.
Just heat.
Yes.
Is it a good day for dry and washing then?
Probably not, because it did rain earlier on. But tomorrow and Thursday is probably a better day to dry washing.
But given that, it must be a good day to try some new apps.
Yes, exactly.
It's an indoor day.
Indoor day, yeah.
Despite the heat.
Exactly.
Great. Well, Joel, let's jump right in there. Tell me your first app of the month.
Okay, so my first app of the month is called Rescue Time, and it's a productivity app, which I love. I love productivity things, and it basically, you have it on running in the background of your computer, and it will record everything that you've been up to, so social media, the email software that you've got, what websites you visit. I use it on a Mac, so I'm not entirely sure how it works on Windows, for example, and I can go into the dashboard and it will tell me how productive I've been during the week, each day.
Wow.
Depending on what I've been doing that week.
So how does it know what you're doing?
Well, you sign up and it's an app on my computer basically, and it runs in the background. So it's picking up which websites I'm visiting, and you have to give it some information to say, well, this is a very productive thing that I'm doing. This is a very distracting thing that I'm doing. And as you use it for longer, it kind of detects which things are productive and which things are distracting.
You know what I'm going to ask you next, don't you?
No.
I want to know what the most distracting thing you do is.
Really? You won't?
Definitely.
Well,
Work with Positive Sparks.
No, I've got it open at the moment, so I can tell you this week my most distracting thing on here is emails.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
And after that is WhatsApp, where I'm messaging my boyfriend.
Wow. So
yeah.
Now that does interest me, because one thing, this is related, but we'll come back to the app. But one thing that's made my working days a bit better is I only check email 3 times in the day.
Okay.
It's a massive discipline to do that.
It is.
But it does give you a lot of time back.
It does, yeah. I've tried that myself, but having a number of clients that want me at different times of the day, it's difficult to get away from that. If I had just one client, it wouldn't be so bad, but I'm kind of having to answer emails quite quickly as they come in.
It is different for you. It is, without doubt, because you've got so many people that you work with. It's just not as easy as for me to say, hey, world, I'm going to disappear for a couple of hours and think of something.
Exactly. I'd like to disappear for a couple of hours some days.
So where can we find Rescue Time? What does it cost? And what's the lowdown?
I use the free version, and it has lots of things you can do on it. You can do reports on it. You can mess around with it to your heart's content. And you can find it at rescuetime.com. They do have a premium version, which where you can set up alerts. So if you want to set like a couple of hours where you want to be really productive, you can set an alert to come up saying, right, your time to be productive. And you can also set it to block your distracting sites for periods of time.
Oh,
so like it'll block Facebook and stuff for you if you want to get on with some work. So, and the premium costs, I think, $9 a month, so it's not even that expensive.
It's pretty good. Yeah, that's excellent. So has it changed your working life in any way? Or are you just now aware of what's taken all your time?
I don't know whether it's changed what I do, but I just like I just like looking at the graphs and seeing what I've been doing over the week. I mean, today I have a productivity pulse score of 62, and that's 3% up from the week before. So I'm being very productive this week.
3% enhancement.
Yep.
Very good. I like the sound of that. I'm going to give that one a shot.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if you can use it with Windows. That's one of the things I'd not checked, but yeah, I use it with my Mac. So
excellent stuff.
All good.
All good indeed.
Yeah.
So my first app is something called Q. Have you heard of Q?
I haven't. No.
So it's spelled a slightly curious way. So it's QUU.
Okay.
And the web address is QUU.co.
Okay.
And what I like about it is it's a content curation tool with a difference. So we're all aware of Buffer and Hootsuite and various things that we can utilize to schedule our social media. What those tools also do is they can help us follow topics or hashtags and give us things that we might want to retweet.
Yeah.
And we're always told, quite rightly, that social media should be 70% things that we pass on and recommend that others have written, and 30% self-promotion. Otherwise, we'd just be shouting very loudly on our social media accounts about what we do. So one of the biggest kind of time grabbers, going back to your rescue time, in social media is finding what we want to recommend.
Yeah.
And Q does that in a great way for you. So you create your account, you choose the topics that you are interested in, and then Q hand curates articles within that topic focus for you. So you can then get up in the morning, they send you a daily email saying, this is what we've put together for you today. It integrates with Buffer, so the posts go straight to your Buffer, which then allows you to go in there and delete any ones that you didn't like.
Okay.
And I found it pretty good. You know, those kind of tools will either be great or not so great.
Yeah.
But for me, it's really brought together quite a lot of things which I would have liked to have found anyway.
Yeah, no, it's good to find new content that you wouldn't necessarily find on your average. I mean, I use Feedly, and it's just the same old stuff. Unless you start putting new things in it, you just get up the same stuff every day.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think what makes a difference on the Q side is the hand curation part. So there is a human being there saying, okay, that bit of content is right for Jo because we know a little bit about her.
Yeah.
And you can also feed back and say, you know, I didn't like that one, I did like this one. And that further sort of gets your content where you want it to be whilst you're using the tool. So it's good. I found it through something called AppSumo. Have you heard of AppSumo, Jo?
It rings a bell.
It's essentially a website that you subscribe to, and they will tell you when there's a special deal on a new app or an existing app. So it came through, and Q is usually $10 a month, but the AppSumo was $25 for lifetime membership. So I took it up. Thought it was very good, and they tell me they're going to have another AppSumo in August.
Oh, right.
So it might be worth just holding back, even though I'm recommending the tool, just kind of holding back a few weeks, or trying it for 2 weeks. Exactly. And going from there.
Excellent.
So, Jo, what's your second app?
Well, my second app is more of a website rather than an app, and it's particularly for artists and authors or publishers, and it's called Noisetrade, and you can find it at noisetrade.com. And it's basically a site where you can give away your work, so your books or your music, for free, and get email addresses in return. So people can go on there looking for books, like new authors, download, sometimes they're samples, sometimes they're full books, for free, but they have to give you their email address. So, for example, clients of mine who I've added their books to it, or some of their free books to it, have, when somebody downloads a book, it gives us their email address, which obviously, as you know, you can use for marketing and sending out updates, news, etc. So it's really good for, especially for self-published authors who may want to build up an email list. It's a great way of getting new people in.
I had a go with this today on your recommendation.
And?
I was quite impressed. I liked what it was about. I uploaded 2 of our ebooks to give away.
Okay.
And I also noticed they have like a suggested donation part of this as well, don't they?
Yep, so you can also earn some money out of it.
Exactly. So whether that will ever turn into fruition, who knows? But it's nice to have it there. And what I did like about it was that they kind of almost take the need for a self-published author to create a landing page to promote a free ebook.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, because they do all that work for you.
Yeah, exactly.
It might be even better if it connected with MailChimp and then had automation possibilities. But it was a pretty good idea, I thought. And they also had the ability to do an audiobook as well.
Yeah, you can do audiobooks as well. So, I mean, obviously you don't particularly want to be giving away your books and your music that you want to sell. But if you've got free books like you have, then it's a great way of getting it out there and then people coming back and saying, well, actually, I'm going to buy one of their books via Amazon or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So because you've used it a lot longer than me, longer than half a day, as it is now, what are your top tips for using Noisetrade?
Well, like I've just said, to upload a free ebook that you've got, or even a sample of a book that you sell, is a good way of getting email addresses from people that might be interested in your work. I don't really have any top tips. It's obviously there's so many things out there like this that you just have to kind of throw lots of mud at the wall to try and get some feedback, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
definitely. Also, your dog likes the idea of Noisetrade as well, by the sound of things.
Yeah, my dog is very noisy. Sorry.
That's okay. Bring him along, it adds to the podcast. Have you had to go out and promote the Noisetrade page, or has Noisetrade itself promoted new people to you?
It's difficult to tell because at the moment I've only signed up to it via client details.
Okay.
So I've not signed up to it with my own email address, so I don't know what they're sending my clients. Okay. I probably should sign up, and then I would know. But as far as I'm aware, it was actually a client that told me about it in the first place. So he must have seen it from somewhere.
Absolutely. Heard good things about it. Do you know what I'm thinking, George? Do you remember probably 3 months ago now, we spoke about your free audio course?
I knew you were going to say that.
And I'm thinking this is the perfect place to put it.
Yeah, I did start formatting it a couple of weeks ago, and then I got really busy. So It's gone on the back burner again. Okay. I'll put it on there soon, I promise.
We're going to give you a 2-month podcast extension.
And I also need to get a cover made for it, a book cover. So my graphic designer he's been primed. I just need to give him the actual information.
Fair enough. Okay. So we can find Noisetrade is at noisetrade.com.
Yeah, yes. Noisetrade.com, and there's a section for music and there's a section for books as well.
Great. So my second tool is one that has been around a little while. It's called Untweeps.
Okay.
Have you heard of that one?
I think I've heard of it. I don't think I've used it before, though.
Okay, so as we're trying to grow our Twitter profile, we follow lots of people because we want some of those, as many as we can, to follow us back. Mm-hmm. That helps us grow. So what we end up with a lot of the time is this kind of situation where we have way more people we are following versus who are following us back.
Yeah, exactly.
Untweeps is like a dead simple, great little website where you log in, it searches your profile for people who've not tweeted in 60 days, and you can mass remove them from the people that you're following. So I like that, because that's quite a good kind of gauge to judge who we should quickly unfollow by. If someone's not tweeted in 60 days, there's a great chance they're not going to tweet in 600 days.
No, exactly.
So it very, very quickly lets us reduce the number of people we're following, free of charge.